Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about laws of chemical combinations. Okay. So laws of chemical combination basically says that how an element is changes into compound. Okay. So let's start. There is a first law which we will discuss. The first law is law of conservation of mass. You have already studied about this. So it is given by Antoine Lavoisier. He is the father of modern chemistry. So what he says, during any physical or chemical change, the total mass of product remains equal to the total mass of reactants, right? If there is any kind of chemical change or physical change, तो जो total mass होगा product का, like mass in the reactant side and mass in the product side will always be equal. So this is the law of conservation of mass. See here an example. This is mercuric oxide. When we heat it, before heating it is 100 gram, and after that when it make compound, so it is making mercury or oxygen. So the weight of both the two when we add, right? So this is equal to the weight of this. So the mass of reactant is equal to mass of product in any chemical or physical change during a reaction. So I hope this is clear. So during any physical or chemical change, mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. So this is also known as indestructibility of matter. So let us take another example. If we take carbon or oxygen, right? Atomic mass of carbon is 12 and oxygen is 16. So here two atoms of oxygen here. So it will be 16 to 32, right? So it will, when you combine both the masses, it will 44. So it will give compound that is carbon dioxide gas. So it is also having 44 gram in mass. So mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. Likewise, when NaCl, sodium chloride, is react with AgNO3, then what will it will give? It will give NaNO3, right? Sodium nitrate or AgCl. Okay, silver chloride. So I hope this is understood by all the students. So let's move. Now we will discuss about our second law, that is law of constant composition or definite proportions. It is also known as definite proportions, or it is also known as constant composition. So this law is given by Joseph Proust, right? It is given by Joseph Proust. So what he says about this law, see, this law states that a chemical compound always contains same elements combined together in same proportions by mass. Okay, means whenever the source of compound or whatever the source of compound may be, the elements combined in fixed ratio by weight or volume, right? We will understand this with the help of an example. See, if you are taking an example of carbon dioxide, see, there are various sources of carbon dioxide, like burning of carbon dioxide from vehicles, right? Exhalation, when we inhale or exhale, we also, during exhalation we also release CO2, and heating of limestone or marble, CO2 is also released in that process, right? So whatever be the source, he says, सोर्स चाहे कुछ भी हो, ओके, बट जो उसमें से जो भी सब्सटेंस उसमें से रिमूव आउट होगा, ठीक है, जो भी उसमें से कंपाउंड निकलेगा, वो क्या होगा, उसकी जो रेशो होगी दैट विल बी फिक्स इन एवरी सब्सटेंस, लाइक जैसे बर्निंग ऑफ कार्बन है, एक्सहेलेशन है, या फिर हीटिंग ऑफ लाइमस्टोन है. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि इसमें जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड निकल रही है वो इसमें जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड निकल रही है उसके जो भी मास होगा इसके एटम्स का वो क्या होगा, डिफरेंट होगा। ऐसा नहीं होगा, इन तीनों के तीनों में या फिर और भी जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की प्रोसेसेस हो रही हैं, ठीक है, उसमें जो भी कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस निकल रही है तो उसमें जो मास होगा कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन का वो क्या होगा, सेम होगा, चाहे कोई भी रिसोर्स और कोई भी सोर्स हम यूज करें। ओके, सो सी CO2 carbon is here 1. If we check the volume 1 and oxygen is 2, 1:2. But if we check by the mass, carbon 12 atomic mass and oxygen is 32. So what we will get? We will get 3:8. Okay, so in all the sources, carbon dioxide occupy in the ratio of 3:8. This law tells us about this. Let us take another example of water. If we talk about water in a tap, rivers, seas, wells, okay, so water in all their sources will same, the mass in all the sources will same. It is not like that the ratio of water in other resources will be different. No, see, it is in the ratio of 2:1, right, by volume. And if we consider by the mass, so hydrogen 2 and oxygen 16, so what it will be, it will be 1:8. The ratio will be 1:8 for every source, right? So this is about the laws of constant composition or definite proportions. What it says, a chemical compound always contains same elements combined together in same proportions by mass, right? देखो, कोई भी अगर हम सोर्स यूज कर रहे हैं, बट जो केमिकल होगा, जो भी हम यूज कर रहे हैं, केमिकल कंपाउंड जो भी बन रहा है, उसका जो मास होगा वो क्या होगा, सेम होगा हर सोर्स के लिए। सी, ओके, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर। नाउ मूव टू द नेक्स्ट लॉ, दैट इज लॉ ऑफ मल्टीपल प्रोपोर्शंस। ओके, लेट अस डिस्कस लॉ ऑफ मल्टीपल प्रोपोर्शंस। सो व्हाट इज दैट? इट इज डिस्कवर्ड बाय जॉन डाल्टन, राइट, इट इज डिस्कवर्ड बाय जॉन डाल्टन। और ये क्या कहता है? इट स्टेट्स दैट व्हेन टू एलिमेंट्स कंबाइन टू फॉर्म मोर देन वन कंपाउंड। ओके, दो एलिमेंट जब कंबाइन होके एक से ज्यादा कंपाउंड बना रहे हैं, ठीक है, एक से ज्यादा कंपाउंड बना रहे हैं, द मास ऑफ वन ऑफ एलिमेंट इज केप्ट कांस्टेंट। एक एलिमेंट का जो मास होगा वो कांस्टेंट होगा। द सेकंड एलिमेंट बियर्स अ होल नंबर रेशियो टू ईच अदर। ओके, लेट्स सी व्हाट इट सेज। See, we have taken here कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड। अगर हम कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन को लेते हैं तो कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन से हम क्या क्या फॉर्मेशन कर सकते हैं? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड और कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड, राइट? कंपाउंड्स आर सेम, कार्बन एंड ऑक्सीजन। सी, so atomic mass in this case is 12 and in this case is 16. But see, when compound is formed in the form of CO2, so here is 12 or it will be 16, will be 32, right? But in this case it will be 12 or 16. So what is this law that tells us about that? When two elements combine to form more than one compound, देखो दो elements लिए हमने, ये दो से ज़्यादा कंपाउंड या वन से ज़्यादा कंपाउंड बना रहा है। कार्बन ऑक्सीजन लिया, एक तो इसने बना दिया CO2 और दूसरा क्या बना रहा है? कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड, राइट, बना रहा है। उसके बाद क्या कहता है? वन कंपाउंड, द मास ऑफ वन एलिमेंट इज केप्ट कांस्टेंट। देखो, एक एलिमेंट का जो मास होगा वो क्या होगा? कांस्टेंट। सी, इन दिस केस कार्बन मास एंड इन दिस केस कार्बन मास इज बिकम कांस्टेंट, राइट? इन दिस केस इज ऑल्सो 12 एंड इन दिस केस इज ऑल्सो 12। बट जो दूसरा एलिमेंट होगा, जो उसका मास होगा वो क्या होगा? आ होल नंबर, राइट, आ होल नंबर होगा, मतलब स्मॉल होल नंबर होगा। सी, if we consider different masses of oxygen, so what are different masses of oxygen in both the cases? That will be 32 or 16. So what will be the ratio of both of these? The ratio in the combined form, if we calculate with respect to carbon, right? So what it will be? It will be 32 divided by 16. So it will be 2:1. So ratio will be 2:1. I hope this is clear. Let us take another example related to this water, right? We are making water. See, and now we are taking example hydrogen or oxygen. Okay, these are two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. When we are combining these two elements, they are forming compound, more than one compound. See, when hydrogen or oxygen in combine, it will give water, or it will also give hydrogen peroxide. It is hydrogen peroxide. So see, in this case, if we find the mass 2, and it will be 16, right? Here 2, it will be 32. 16 2 ja, okay, 32. So what do you observe from here? What do you observe? See, the mass of one element is constant, right? That is of hydrogen, mass is constant, and the other element, if we talk about different masses of oxygen, that is 16 or 32, right? If we find out the ratio, then what will be the ratio? That is 1:2. 16 divided by 32, that will be 1:2. So I hope this is clear. See, there is another example. If we take compound, if we take two elements, nitrogen or oxygen, right, and we have to make the combine, we have to make the compound. So nitrogen or oxygen, when combined together, they will form 5 compounds. There is N2O, NO, NO2, N2O3 or N2O5. Okay, so see, let us calculate nitrogen or oxygen mass in these compounds. So here nitrogen mass of nitrogen is 14, right, and oxygen is 16. So in this case, 14 into 2, that will be 28, on oxygen 16. In this case, 14 and oxygen is 16. In this case, for nitrogen is 14 and for O2 is 32, right? In this case, 14 2 ja 28, and for oxygen it will be 48. Likewise, N2O5 28 or 16 5 ja 80, right? So these are the compounds, and we have write their respective masses of the compounds. So see, we are saying that this law says that one element is remain constant and other element is vary, right? But in this case both are vary. So what we have to do, we have to just fix one element, or fix the mass of one element. Let's take nitrogen. We will fix the mass of nitrogen. So we will take it 28, or whether we can take it 14. Accordingly we can change. See, if we put it 28, so it will be 16, right? So see, it is 14. So we have for 28, what we have to do, we have to multiply it by twice. So multiply it by 2, it will be 28, and if we are multiplying it by 2, then it will be also multiplied by 2, so that will be 32. Okay, in this case do the same, 28 and 64. 28 is as it is, so we will write it also as it is, 28 or 80. So see, nitrogen have fixed mass, but oxygen masses are vary. And if we if we just look at that, so they will be see, and if we find out the ratio, then they will be in the ratio of 1:2, 3:4, 5, right? I hope this is clear to all of you. Now move to the next. Then comes law of reciprocal proportions. It is given by Richter. So let's understand what is that. When two elements combine separately with a fixed mass of third element, what it says, when two elements combine separately with a fixed mass of third element, जब दो एलिमेंट ठीक है फिक्स्ड मास के साथ तीसरे एलिमेंट के साथ कंबाइन होते हैं, then the ratio of mass in which they do so is either same or the whole number multiple of by the ratio in which they combine with each other. So we will understand this with the help of example. What is this statement? So let us take example. We have taken here example. We have taken here three elements, that is carbon, sulfur or oxygen, right? We have taken three elements, carbon, sulfur or oxygen. So what this law say? See it again. It says when two elements combine separately with a fixed mass of a third element. So दो एलिमेंट जब थर्ड एलिमेंट के साथ फिक्स्ड मास में क्या होते हैं, कंबाइन होते हैं, राइट? जब कार्बन और सल्फर, राइट, कार्बन और सल्फर किसके साथ कंबाइन हो रहे हैं? ऑक्सीजन के साथ फिक्स्ड मास में. लेट्स व्हेन कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन कंबाइन दे विल इट विल गिव कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, and sulfur oxygen combine it will give sulfur dioxide, right? So let's find out their masses. For carbon it will be 12 and for oxygen it will be 32, right? For sulfur it is 32 and for oxygen it will be 32. So here 1:1 ratio, right? So see, oxygen ratio in both the cases is same, but carbon or sulfur ratio is vary. So carbon and sulfur combine separately with fixed mass of oxygen. तो कौन कौन कंबाइन कर रहा है? कार्बन और सल्फर ऑक्सीजन के साथ कंबाइन किए फिक्स्ड मास में. इन द रेशियो ऑफ मासेस, अगर हम कार्बन की और सल्फर की रेशियो निकालें तो व्हाट इट विल बी 12:32. दैट विल बी 12:32. और व्हेन वी solve it, we will find 3:8. I think this is clear to all of you. Now ratio of mass. Now read the statement again. Then the ratio of masses in which they do so. Okay, then the ratio of mass in which they do so means the ratio of mass कार्बन और सल्फर की जो आपस में वो कंबाइन होते हैं उनकी रेशो अगर हम निकालते हैं तो व्हाट इट इज फॉर्मिंग कार्बन डाइसल्फाइड. सो फाइंड आउट द मास. कार्बन 12 और सल्फर that will be 64. Okay, so find out the ratio of masses in which carbon or sulfur when they themselves combine together. So they will form 12:16. So after simplify we will get 3:16. I hope this is clear. So what we have to find here, see the statement again. इतना हो गया था इधर सेम. और सम whole number multiple of the ratio in which they combine with each other. जब वो आपस में कंबाइन हो रहे हैं तो हमें क्या करना है? इन दोनों की क्या निकालनी है? इन दोनों की रेशो निकाल देनी है उसके बाद. ठीक है, तो उन दोनों की रेशो कैसे निकाल सकते हैं हम? 3:8 और 3/8. ओके, 3:8 डिवाइडेड बाय 3:16. जब हम इनकी रेशो फाइंड आउट करेंगे तो रेशो हमारे पास क्या आ गई? 2/1. और जो रेशो आएगी वो क्या होगी? स्मॉल होल नंबर, राइट, विच इज सेड इन दिस, विच इज एक्सप्लेन इन द स्टेटमेंट दैट जो रेशो आएगी वो क्या होगी? दैट विल बी होल नंबर, राइट, दैट विल बी स्मॉल होल नंबर. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. Let us understand with the other example if it is not clear. So we are taking another example. See, we are taking in this case three compounds or three elements: sulfur, oxygen and hydrogen, right? We are taking three elements: sulfur, oxygen and hydrogen. Sulfur, hydrogen or oxygen. So see, when sulfur is combined with hydrogen it will give H2S, right? When hydrogen combined with oxygen it will give H2O. Okay, so let us find what we have to do. We have to just find the mass of both of these elements, hydrogen sulfide or water. So see, for hydrogen 2 and for sulfur that is 32 because atomic mass of sulfur is 32. Here for hydrogen again 2 and for oxygen is 16. See, in hydrogen both the cases hydrogen for same, so we have to find out for oxygen or sulfur. So ratio of masses of sulfur और oxygen किसके साथ कंबाइन हो रही है, सल्फर और ऑक्सीजन हाइड्रोजन के साथ कंबाइन हो रही है, तो हमें उसी का निकालना है. दैट विल बी 32 डिवाइडेड बाई 16, इट विल बी 2/1. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. सो अब हमें किसकी निकालनी है, उसके बाद हमें कंबाइंड रेशो निकालनी होती है सल्फर की और ऑक्सीजन की आपस में जो कॉम्बिनेशन की रेशो है, दैट विल बी सल्फर इज 32 और ऑक्सीजन इज अगेन 32. सो वो हमारी क्या आ जाएगी 1:1. उसके बाद हमारी जो ये वैल्यूज आई हैं हमें उनकी क्या निकाल देनी है, रेशो निकाल देनी है. दैट इज 2/1 divided by 1/1. So what we will get a small whole number that will be 2 divided by 1.